Hey everyone, James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC Baek Battles. I am James Baek, and today we will be going back with the team. Well, actually, no, this is the first episode with this team. Never mind. This is Cresselia, Charizard, Sylveon, Jellicent, Conkeldurr, and Landorus, a team I built a while ago that I was actually going to use at a tournament. But, I don't know, I just decided not to bring it to the tournament. Just because I am not that fond of Charizard Y. But, you know, I've used the common Mega Evolutions, Kangaskhan a bunch, Salamence a bunch, and we just used Gardevoir, so Charizard is one of the most popular Mega Evolutions I barely use. So we're going to give it a try and see how this team does. Okay, a 1783 rated player will be our first opponent of the day from Japan. Bring Porygon-2. Oh man, that's going to be an annoying Pokemon to deal with. We see the team with Salamence, Amoonguss, Kangaskhan, Heatran, Landorus, and Porygon-2. Two possible Mega Evolutions, the Kangaskhan and the Salamence. Probably both Mega Evolutions. Porygon-2, a Pokemon that's usually known for Trick Room. And this team could be Trick Room. Kangaskhan, Heatran, Amoonguss, Porygon-2. Looks like the Trick Room mode. Porygon-2 is going to be an annoying Pokemon to deal with. It can carry Thunder Wave as well, but usually it's Trick Room. I don't have Taunt on this team either, which kinda stinks. But Jellicent looks like it does fantastic against my team. My opponent can't really touch it for super effective damage other than Sucker Punch. But why would you Sucker Punch? I think Jellicent and Landorus does pretty well in this matchup. Do I want to bring Conkeldurr? Conkeldurr would be decent. I mean, he's got 3 fighting type. Super effective, but 3... You know, he's got 3 weaknesses to fighting, but he's got 3 resistances as well. I don't think Conkeldurr is the right call. I don't run Ice Punch, so I can't hit everything super effective. I think Sylveon's the call. And I like Charizard in the back just because I need to handle the Amoonguss. The reason I bring Sylveon is, obviously there's the Salamence, but specifically it does carry the Hidden Power Ground for the Heatran, and I do run Calm Mind on my Sylveon. So I could really outstall this Porygon-2, set up some Calm Minds, knock out this Porygon-2. That's my big way of defeating it. It looks like my opponent went to Timer. I hope I didn't. I don't think I should have. But let's see. Porygon-2 is going to be an annoying Pokemon, but if I can leave it alone, it shouldn't be that much of a problem. Porygon-2 is so bulky and it has Recover. Of course, it does have the ability Trace, or Download, or Analytic. They're all fantastic abilities. Looks like my opponent's going to lead Salamence and Amoonguss, which is great actually. He gets the Intimidate off, that's fine. We get our Intimidate, but that's really huge. Our Intimidate is the one that matters. Amoonguss is such a problem for this team though, but luckily it looks like Salamence is the Mega Evolution he brought, not Kang, which, you know what, I'm fine with either way. This Landorus kind of looks weird because it doesn't look like the spread that I have, that I was supposed to use, so I'm hoping it doesn't screw me up too much. Let's see, I think that Salamence is going to Mega Evolve and Protect. And the Amoonguss is going to go for a Spore onto the Landorus. Well, I need damage on the Amoonguss, and I'm going to protect my Landorus. I am running a special Landorus to catch my opponents off guard. Similar to Angel Miranda's team, actually, that won, well, not won, top 8 at US Nationals. A very similar team. He does protect the Salamence, which is great because I get to protect my Landorus, and I really think he spored a Landorus because you're expecting the Rock Slide. You don't want to take it. Here's the Will-O-Wisp into the Amoonguss. That's going to help because residual damage is nice. He's going to Spore. He's actually going to Spore the Jellicent spot. Very nice play. Very nice play. I was not expecting to Spore to Jellicent, but I'm okay with that because he still doesn't know what kind of Landorus I am. Landers can definitely take a special or physical hit. I think I'm just going to Will-O-Wisp the Salamence, and I'm going to get rid of it with a hidden power. I'm getting rid of his offensive pressure to my Charizard, because once I knock that out and Heatran, I'll have a really good chance of winning this game. Hyper Voice disabled. That is cool. Hidden power going to come through, and that's going to knock out the Salamence, because it is a Life Orb hidden power. There we go. Japan strat. Oh, man. We do take Life Orb damage. Jellicent is fast asleep, unfortunately. And Amoonguss is going to go for the Giga Drain into the Jellicent, which I'm fine with. That's honestly better. As he heals back health, but no Curse Body, unfortunately. But Jellicent heals back a bit with leftovers. I have Recover, and Landers Variant, is still on the field. He probably brought Heatran. I would really be surprised if he didn't bring Heatran. There's the Heatran coming out with Air Balloon. Oh man, that's not an item commonly seen on doubles Heatran, but this makes the game more interesting. I think I'm going to go for the Recover with Jellicent. Oh man, that Air Balloon puts us in a quite pickle situation. I'm going to protect Landers. I need to protect the Landers. I doubt this Heatran has Substitute, because if it has Air Balloon, it's not going to carry Sub. No, he's going to launch a Heat Wave. Jellicent avoids. But it stays asleep. I kind of needed Jellicent to wake up there and get their cover off. But he spoils the Lander slot, which is alright by me. Probably expecting a switch, which actually I'm probably going to do this turn. Yeah, I'm going to pull a switch. I need Landers because it kind of one-shots this Heatran. Sylveon can, but it will take a Flash Cannon for its trouble. I'm going to bring out my Charizard here. Charizard has Hidden Power. No, actually no, mine doesn't carry Hidden Power. Sylveon carries the Hidden Power. He's going to launch another Heat Wave. Now, as long as Jellicent doesn't stay asleep, we should be good. Okay, we wake up, we get their cover off. Maybe the better play was just to break the Air Balloon on Heatran. But he's going to go for the Giga Drain, so yeah, that play honestly works in my favor, because, now, this is actually a very interesting position that we have here. Where, sure, there's a Heatran, Amoonguss versus a Jellicent, and Charizard. He's scared of my Charizard, but he needs to get rid of the Jellicent in order to win. I think my best play is to recover Jellicent here, and just non-Mega Ball Flamethrower, because I don't want to power up his Fire-type attacks and weaken my Water Spout, so I'm going to go for that play. He might Protect, which he does, but that's perfect, because we get a free Recover off, and Jellicent should be recovering all its health back. He goes for the Heat Wave. Charizard unfortunately avoids the attack, wouldn't have done so much damage, but, I'll take it. Flamethrower into the Amoonguss's Protect and Recover. This is why Jellicent is such a great Pokemon, because it can stay on the field for a long amount of time. There's the Leftovers recovery. And I'm sorry if I'm not that energetic today. I'm recording early in the morning because I'm going somewhere today and I kind of want to have a video out today. But yeah, Amoonguss is now in range for a Water Spout and Flamethrower, so I'm going to go for that play. Not much my opponent can really do. He's not going to protect Heatran because I feel like he's not really threatened. He's probably going to switch out Amoonguss, but I get free damage onto the Heatran, and that's alright by me. Heatran really isn't touching both my Pokemon. I'm not Mega Evolving because I don't want to weaken the power of my Water Spout, and I don't think that I'll need to boost my Flamethrowers to beat this Amoonguss. The Heatran's going to launch the Heat Wave, doing more damage, insignificant really. Flamethrower is going to connect with the Amoonguss. Let's see how much it will do. That actually picks up the knockout. That's cool, actually. I was not expecting that. I thought I would need the Water Spout, but now I get a full power Water Spout. Well, not full power, but, single target onto the Heatran, doing so much damage and knocking the Air Balloon out. The reason I run Water Spout over Scald is since I do have a Trickery mode, I want offensive pressure. Plus, I have Recover, and, Recover with Water Spout is a cool option. There goes my phone, but whatever. And there's Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp will always give me the burn, so I don't really need Scald for that. As let's see what my opponent will bring out next. I really want to tune out that phone. Porygon-2 is going to be my opponent's last Pokemon, which makes sense. Getting the download, Attack. Okay, Attack. Not a big deal. He really can't do much against me. He can't touch Jellicent unless he has Thunderbolt. I think I'm just gonna Flamethrower and Water Spout. I see no reason. The match is actually going to be forfeited, so we're going to actually take this win pretty convincingly, actually. Wow. I think it was just that Landorus that was able to catch my opponent off guard, and a Water Spout too, I guess. But Scald would have done a good amount of damage to the Heatran anyway, where he couldn't win, really. Porygon-2, it's a defensive monster, but if you leave it in the back, and your opponent's able to 3v1 you or 4v1 you, it's going to be a pretty hard match to win. Because one of the Pokemon gets set up, such as Kangaskhan with Power Punch, while the other is just still doing damage. That's why I don't like using Porygon-2 in the back. But my opponent really had limited options with his team. It's kind of the reason why I don't like some parts of his team where you have the double Mega, that's cool. You got the Porygon-2, it's bulky. But you're forced to bring the Porygon-2 in a lot of match situations because you're running dual Mega and you don't have an extra option like most teams do with a single Mega Evolution. Anyway, we're going to find our second battle, and hopefully we can bring the core of this team, which is Cresselia and Charizard. Okay, a 1741 rated player from Japan with a Porygon-2 as well. What is up with that? Running a, looks like Trick Room team. I don't know, looks Trick Room. You got Porygon-2, Mawile, Hydreigon, Trevenant, Entei, and Slowbro. Of course, this could be like a Thunder Wave shenanigan team, but I don't know, you really have to expect Trick Room with these mons. If that's Mawile Rock Slide, I'm kind of screwed, to be honest. Yeah, I don't really, and I don't have a really good way to touch Slowbro without Charizard. Let's see, he's definitely going to want to bring Hydreigon, because he really has no way to beat Cress and Jellicent without him. So many Pokemon that are really good here, actually. My Conkeldurr does carry Guts, which is really useful because even if he burns me, I'm going to get super effective damage off. So, this is such a hard match to pick Pokemon. I don't want to bring Landorus. I could. I could bring Landorus. I think I'm gonna lead Jellicent and Sylveon. Seems like a weird lead, but I feel like it'll work. I think I'm gonna bring Conkeldurr in the back. And Charizard. Yeah, let's see how this works. The one thing I'm really worried about is that Entei. That Entei is gonna give me quite a bit of trouble. Well, my opponent might not even bring Entei, but he could if it's offensive, since it can carry Stone Edge and Bulldoze, but I don't know. There's Snarl, Will-O-Wisp, Sacred Fire, Protect, and Substitute variants. He's actually going to lead Trevenant and Porygon-2 against my Jellicent and my Sylveon. That's actually fine by me. He traces to Pixelate, so now he has, what, Fairy-type Tri-Attack? I think I just want to Will-O-Wisp to Trevenant, and I think I'm going to set up a Calm Mind right away. Yeah, I'm going to do that, because if he switches out Trevenant, which I don't think he will. Actually, I think he would switch out to Porygon-2, so I should have Will-O-Wisp that slot, predicting Mawile to come in. Well, even if Mawile comes in, I get a free burn onto Trevenant. He's probably going to set up the Trick Room here and go for something with his Pokemon. Maybe a Will-O-Wisp, Hornleech, maybe Phantom Force, all possible options. But we're setting up, we got our Will-O-Wisp onto the Trevenant, who is a physical attacker, normally. No Lumberry. Thunderbolt actually coming out from the Porygon-2, targeting the Jellicent, doing little damage, as there is the Trick Room coming out from the Trevenant, which is fine. We are going to recover a bit of health with our leftovers, which is nice, and we do have our +1, and Sylveon is a big threat to my opponent right now. I should be able to do at least 40% to the Porygon-2. Now, I'm really scared. Well, then again, a Thunderbolt and Hornleech doesn't look like it will KO. So I think I'm going to Trick Room to cancel out my opponent's Trick Room. And I'm going to go for a Hyper Voice. He doesn't want to switch out because whatever's taking a Hyper Voice doesn't want to take a Hyper Voice. I'm guessing it's going to be Hydreigon and Mawile in the back. Hydreigon specifically because he can't really target either of my Pokemon, but he's actually going to withdraw the Porygon-2, which could be a mistake. But it looks like Entei's coming out. There's the Entei. Unleashing its pressure, and it is putting pressure on the field. Willis doesn't avoid the attack. That's very good. Hyper Voice going to come out, doing so much damage. It's a critical hit on both Pokemon. Okay, that explains why. Trevenant proccing the Citrus Berry, which is unfortunate because the burn would have gotten it. As we reverse the Trick Room. As now we're in actually a pretty good position. Entei doesn't really threaten Jellicent. Well, this could be Snarl Entei, which is quite problematic. He does not get another Citrus Berry with Harvest. It's a 50% chance, which is really good. Here, I think I'm going to recover Jellicent, and I'm going to Hyper Voice again. He might protect Trevenant, but to try and get another Harvest, but I don't think he might not have it. And I'm just going to Hyper Voice, do damage. He's actually going to protect Entei, which is awesome because I get a free recover, and I should be able to knock out the Trevenant. Yes, I am going to be able to pick up the knockout onto Trevenant. That is huge. That's a huge lead. And I am going to get a free recover off with the Jellicent, which is huge. That is huge. As now, my Pokemon are full health. I have a +1 Sylveon. My opponent's down with a weakened Entei and 2 Pokemon. He's actually going to bring a Maw here, which makes sense. Lowering the attack now. I wonder what he's going to go for. I could see an Iron Head into Sylveon and a Snarl. But he must be afraid of Jellicent burning. Luckily, with my team, I don't need Trick Room up because I actually run speed on all my Pokemon, so I can benefit in Tailwind for my Charizard. Mawa really doesn't threaten us, but I think I should still Will-O-Wisp the Mawa. And I think I want to protect Sylveon. This Entei really can't touch my Jellicent. It might go for the Bulldoze. It looks like he's going to protect with Mawa. Kind of what you expect. I guess I could have got a Water Spout and hidden Power Out, but I'm going to expect a Snarl coming out. No, it's Sacred Fire to Sylveon. Okay, it looks like he wanted to make Sacred Fire to a KO on Sylveon, which is fine by me. I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp into the Mawa. Do I want to trade Sylveon yet? Because Sylveon could be good. I mean, he beats Porygon-2, but I can beat Porygon-2 if I have all 4 of my Pokemon. So I'm going to Hidden Power the Entei, Hidden Power Ground, going to be clutch. Mawa going to switch out, which makes sense. Going to go into Porygon-2. And trace the Cursed Body. Oh, that could disable my Hyper Voice, which would be problematic. That Entei is so slow, what? My Sylveon outspeeds an Entei? What investment is that? A Will-O-Wisp. Unfortunately, Porygon-2 avoids it as Mawa is coming back out. Gonna fire off an Intimidate. I'm really not scared unless this Mawa has Rock Slide. That's the only thing I'm fearing. Here, he has to make the obvious play and go for the Trick Room and protect, I think. He can't afford to get this Mawa burned. And I'm gonna go for the Hyper Voice. But the match is going to be forfeit. What is up with you guys forfeiting 4v2? Really? Why? But whatever. I do have somewhere to be today, so I don't know how long this video is. But hopefully it wasn't too short. I feel like it was only... Why do I feel like it's only 18 minutes long? Or less than. I feel like it's only been 18 minutes since I've been recording. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of VGC Baek Battles. Porygon-2 taking over the Japan meta. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Unfortunately, we did not get to show off the Cresselia and Charizard core, which is really a fantastic lead and just wins me so many games. But I think we were able to show Jellicent's bulk as well as Sylveon's power. That Entei was slow. I don't even know if Negative Nature 0 IVs with Entei is that slow. Was it carrying like something like Macho Brace? That would be interesting, but I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a like if you did to support the series. Check out my other stuff down below. I think there will be an update on my blog tomorrow about the Mega Gardevoir team, so be looking forward to that. A new series should be coming out tomorrow, and I'll see you guys next time.